Today, going to be talking about what I would do if I was Dana White, how I'd fix the UFC, and just, all the fixes I'd make. First off, stop talking about power slap, completely eradicate that from the sport, just get that out of the gate done. Secondly, roll up in weight classes. Women's, all the weight classes, I would say to just get them outright gone, but good to have for a piss break occasionally. So I say we keep the sexy women, get rid of all the ugly ones. They can go to Bellator, anywhere like that, but we'll let the sexy chicks hop on roids and no weight classes for chicks. Just because they're boring. There's too many of the women fights. I don't like watching them. I use it as a piss break, but you only need 2 piss breaks. Depends how much you're drinking, but you normally fit it in between one of the little rounds, just while they're sitting in the corner, whatever. Sometimes you need a big piss break. Use one of the women's fights for that, but would love if they're on steroids. Real quick, while I'm talking about women, just thinking about it, women's rights. I think most women should be able to have an opinion on that, but if your hair's shorter than mine, and I got pretty long hair for a guy, I need a haircut, but short-haired women don't really have the right to an opinion for women's rights. You're barely a woman. If you got short-ass hair, get the fuck, and don't even get me started on those colourful-haired bitches. That fucking bleach seeps into their brain. Sidetrack, sorry about that. Yeah. Most women, we send them to Bellator. I don't watch that shit. And then the hot ones get them on roids. Maybe throw even in a little bit of Down syndrome / disabled fighters with the women, just to spice it up, keep it even more interesting. So I'd watch that. Down syndrome fighter versus woman fighter. That shit would be entertaining. So yeah, sprinkle in the disabled into the women's categories just to keep it interesting. Get rid of the ugly ones. Get them all on roids. Depends how disabled they are, if they're allowed on roids or not. Just because, Downey on roids, that's pretty, they don't really have that much of a, not physical too much. So them on roids, fuck that. You can't have them on roids, but if it's some cunt with no legs, get that cunt on roids. He can be musty on top fucking, Next up, 125. What weight class is that called? Flyweight maybe? That, I don't really watch it just because they're all so little. Way to fix that weight class, I think Dana White should start letting crackheads into the division. You're allowed to do amphetamines to get into that weight class, so any size person can do it, as long as they get down to 125. Just the crackhead weight class would be a lot more entertaining than short little fucking midgets fighting, if you know what I mean. So they're all skinny little fucking, get some crackheads in there, have them on amphetamines, good to go. 135. We'll come back. Alright, 135. Fuck, I've been fucking slouching over like a fucking hunchback, haven't I? 135, I think we use that. We can bring women into that weight class, but only fat chicks. Only fighting Sean O'Malley. You know that one fight where he was fighting that green-haired fucker? And he was just punching him in the face the whole fucking time. It wasn't even really a fight, it was just a domestic abuse fucking thing. It just looked like my dad when he used to beat my mum, and mum wouldn't even be able to try to punch back just because she was getting so fucking big. I want to see more of that from Sean O'Malley. Preferably on fat women, just to even it out a bit. They could take more of a beating, and he can give them the beating. So we'll do that with 135. Alright, enough to do with weight classes. Honestly, I just can't really think of any more specific shit with weight classes. I'd just go with some more changes. If I was Dana White, one of the main things I would change is matchmaking. I really like what they're doing with this Duplessis-Israel Adesanya fight. Instead of making the fight on skills, matchmaking on skills, matchmaking on race. This, African versus fake African.
This is my African brother right here. Let's go. What's up? Let's go. Yeah. What's up?
Get
you gonna do? Yeah, my African brother. Yeah, my African brother. What's up?
I'm African, but I ain't no brother of yours,
Man,
son.
you my let's go. You my for real.
With that, I think it's awesome that you're doing it based on race instead of skills, because obviously Izzy is coming off of a loss from Sean Strickland. And I just don't know if he quite deserves a title shot quite yet, but because of all this race stuff associated with it, I'm all for it. It's going to make some great press conferences, and it's really entertaining. I think the UFC should move more towards that instead of matchmaking on skills, just because it brings eyes in. If we get Sean Strickland matched up against, like, you know, some more minorities, I'm all for that. I love watching it. It's just entertaining. I'd love to see some more Mexican versus like Indian, something like that. Just mixing up the races a little, like even like races that don't have beef. You know, we make the beef just to make it more entertaining. I think we kick John Jones out, not because he's an active, but just because I don't really like his kinds of people. When I say his kinds of people, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean woman beaters. It could mean drug users. It could mean steroid user. It could mean his race. Or it could mean his sexuality. It could be a bunch of those things. I'm not going to say which. It's a mix of a lot of them. But kick him out of the UFC. Keep Tom Aspinall around. Put him in as the champ. But instead of fighting Curtis Blades, we have him fight 6 disabled women. Because then it's actually a little bit of a fight. If there's 6 of them, it's kind of hard, like, to take 6 chicks on. I think he could do it just fucking one after the other, big swings. I'd watch that though. I'd put a big parlay, Tom Aspinall by knockout on all 6. For media, I think we fix the media by getting rid of Ariel Helwani. I just don't like him. Again, could be for a bunch of reasons, but I think we all know why. Yeah, kick him out of the sport completely. Like, he's not allowed to report on it. Again, Bellator, if he wants to report on those chick fights, go ahead, but not in UFC, because I'm a casual and that's all I watch. Also, at the press conferences, I don't think Ian Gary should be able to give his speeches anymore. I think we get his wife up there, get her speaking for him, and then just to make him happy, we let the journalists from the media run a train on her after the interview as well. Film that, throw it up on an OnlyFans. Ian Gary can make some more bank. Doesn't need to worry about fighter pay. And he'll be happy watching his wife get fucked. Yeah. Anyway, if you agree with these decisions, if you think Dana White needs to make these changes, or if he dies suddenly, like Volk, I'm here on short notice. I'll step up to the plate, make the changes that need to be made, and fix the UFC. So, yeah, hope you enjoy. Hope you agree, 'cause if not,